Welcome back, everyone. Now, we've got a really creepy episode today. So these two families have been reporting to the police that they have creatures, huge creatures in their garden during the night, harassing them, making noises. They can see things, hear things. Even their pets are scared. That's when you know you're in trouble. So this video right here was filmed in Puerto Rico, and that tree is getting shaken around like it's a little stick. And I actually Googled it. There's no bears or anything in Puerto Rico that could do that. And I've got a bunch of other really creepy videos to go through, so make sure to sit back and relax, get your tinfoil hat on, give this video a like and subscribe as well, and I really hope you enjoy. Alright, so very weird. Alright, something big had to be shaking that tree around, and there's no bears or any animal in that area that could be doing that. So, I don't know. Hopefully that family moved. I'm going to keep it in there. I'm not cutting that out. But I'm hoping the family moved house after that. But anyway, it brings me to the next video. So this family right here dealing with the same problem. Alright, and this video is going super viral. And apparently, this creature has been harassing them for a couple of nights.
A really long night. Something earlier chased my husband and my son Alexander when they were taking one of the chickens back outside.
Okay, so after it was moving really fast.
Yeah,
Really fast, faster than deer.
towards us. Yeah, from the same place, the same place.
So right. I shot.
Lights to the right.
I shot a couple of times.
Right, fired off around.
Well, I've shot. I think I may have even hit it.
Right there, left. I just saw eyes right there.
Yep.
I even seen eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They're all over there.
I'm going inside and I'm telling them what happened.
Telling who what happened. Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. That's.
This is insane.
Clearly.
Wait, there's eyes over there. I can see that. I'll have to screenshot it and zoom it in, but I saw some. Right, so I screenshotted it, and I'm sure I saw eyes. Look at that, look. Look at that. What is that? Look, this is from the video, look. Exactly this moment. That looks like a head and eyes. You know, there comes a point in life where you've got to pack your bags and go, do you know what? Time to call it a day. Put the house on the market for at least 50% off. Happy days, discount. Move it. You can move in tomorrow. You can have all the furniture. That would be the time to do it. If I had creatures outside my house and I looked at the footage and saw a head with glowing eyes in the tree line, I'll be out. Right, so I wanted to show you this video. It's very short, but look how cool this is. This is a super rare video that I think is real. Alright, so this person was filming this orb, and watch what happens. Gone. See how quickly that thing moved? That looks real to me. I don't know how quick that's going. How fast do you think that's going? Well, it's surprising the amount of comments on that video saying, "Don't worry, it's a drone. It's a person flying it." What? How could a person be flying that drone? Your brain would turn to mashed potato if you were flying that drone.
This man is asking the public a very simple question. He says McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers in a single day, yet he has never seen any massive cow farms, cow rearing centers, or large slaughter facilities where huge numbers of cows are kept and killed to produce all that beef.
So I was curious the other day and found this online. McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers in one single day. That's 195 million burgers a month. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't see cows lined up around every corner waiting to be turned into patties. I mean, seriously, Do the math. Even if you stretched one cow into a bunch of burgers, you're still talking millions of cows just to keep up. Every day. So I started asking myself, where are all these cows coming from? Is there some secret super ranch hidden underground? Are they growing cows in labs, cloning meat behind closed doors? People laugh it off, but think, when was the last time you even saw a cow farm big enough to supply this madness?
You know what? Now we've watched this video, I've never seen a McDonald's delivery truck. Have you? Comment down below if you've ever seen one. I've never seen a McDonald's delivery truck. 6.5 million burgers. That's a ton of cows. You would have to get a farm that's half a size, like the size of a country, to supply that meat. 70% of it has got to be like lab grown, surely. Maybe even 99.999%. You know, not even old MacDonald could keep up with the amount of meat to produce these burgers.
Nobody is ready for this one. This probably looks familiar. It probably looks like these somatic patterns that I talk about all the time. And all these things is a petri dish on top of a speaker and a light on top of it, making these cool mandala-like patterns. Now this man made one of them in a 3D design software and took cross sections of it and put different colors to those cross sections. So using a 3D cymatic pattern, this man was able to create a perfect image using sound and light. I want you to sit and really think about this, because this is the code to reality. This is the code to the matrix, or whatever you want to call it. This is how energy interacts with itself to create everything that you see. This is why cymatics and sound is so important. Vibration in general, it's all waves.
And it's like, you know, when you meet a stranger and for some reason you're a bit creeped out by them. Have you ever met someone like that? Where you're a bit, there's something off and you don't know what it is. You've never met them before. You might have even just said hello, met them for the first time, but something makes you feel unsettled for no reason. You ever experienced that before? You know, when you meet someone, the energy's off. It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Like frequencies and stuff. Everyone thinks that about me, by the way. Everyone thinks I'm a bit, I don't know, weird, or look angry all the time. I have got an angry face. I just got one of those guilty faces. Like every time I went into a shop as a kid, I would always be stopped at the door and say, "Oh, you, empty your pockets," because I'd look guilty all the time.
It's not about compensation. It's not like I'm going to go out and buy a yacht with it or something. It's just that if I'm going to build up Optimus and you know, have all these robots out there, I need to make sure we do not have a Terminator scenario. You know, maximize the safety of the robots. And I feel like I need to have something like a 25% vote, which is enough of a vote to have a strong influence, but not so much of a vote that I can't be fired if I go insane. But my concern would be, you know, creating this army of robots and then being fired for political reasons because ISIS and Glass Lewis fire me effectively, or the activists at those firms fire me, even though I've done everything right.
Yeah.
That's my concern. And then I cannot ensure the safety of the robots.
Right, if we've got the person building robots saying, "I cannot ensure the safety of the robots," maybe we shouldn't build them then, mate. You'd have to comment down below your thoughts on Elon. I don't know. I think the whole robot idea is a bad idea, because I really feel like if we go the tech route and we're just going to become machines, aren't we? You know, eventually. I don't like that. That scares me. You know, the fact that we're going to lose that human connection because everything will be robots. They're going to replace everything. They're going to be in our homes. They're going to be everywhere. There'll be no freedom.
This video blew up for a seriously terrifying reason. It all started when a mom bought her daughter a toy walkie-talkie so they could chat when they were in different rooms. The little girl had been dreaming about one for a long time, and mom finally decided to surprise her. At first, everything was great. The happy kid wouldn't put the walkie-talkie down and would even wander off to other rooms on purpose, just so she could radio her mom more often. Then, one evening, during one of those little radio chats, something truly creepy and unexplainable happened. Mom was in her bedroom. The daughter picked up the walkie-talkie to call her and ask if she could make dinner, when a raspy voice came out of the toy. The girl froze. That was definitely not her mother's voice. She burst into tears and ran straight to Mom's room. Naturally, the woman didn't believe her at first. Still, Mom decided to play along. She grabbed the walkie-talkie and started trying to call someone on it.
Hola, mi nombre es Julieta, ¿el tuyo? Movete del lugar.
You know what? My first thought, maybe the speaker's knackered. Maybe the speaker's broken, but I still wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't chuck them in the bin. I would burn them. I'd burn those walkie-talkies to ashes, mate, because you can't risk it. You can't risk it. I mean, yeah, maybe time to move out as well, because this is the start of every horror film.
Apple might be the most satanic company, and let me tell you why. The first Mac, you know, the iMac, do you know how much it sold for? $666. That's 666. That's what it cost. You think that's just a fun number? No. Steve Jobs was exact with numbers. He picked that on purpose. Now look at the logo, a bitten apple. That's not just some design choice, that's the Bible, the fall of man. The moment sin entered the world, that's the symbol they went with. And then there's Siri. Say it backwards. Iris. What's your iris? Your eye. And what's the biggest symbol used in secret groups like the Illuminati? The one eye. Over and over again, same message. Now think, iPhone, that's not just internet phone, that's iPhone, E-Y-E. The eye is watching, always. So, let's put it together. You've got the number 666, you've got the apple with a bite, you've got the eye, the one eye, the iris, the iPhone, all connected. People think it's just cool tech. No, it's something else. It's a symbol, it's a system, and it's everywhere. And you carry it in your pocket.
You know what? These videos just increase my faith in God so much more, because even when I didn't have faith, I used to sit here and think, wow, they put so much effort into insulting God, right? And all their symbolism is all biblical. It must mean it's real then, because there's two sides to every coin, and there's so much evidence of evil in the world. Then there must be good, and God is good. And they only insult the God of the Bible, don't they? They don't insult any other God. They only insult Jesus. They always try and do the opposite. You know, so what does that tell you? And it's so interesting, because to me, this pointed me in the right direction years ago. It told me where to look, because they keep insulting God every year in films, books, media, symbolism. What does that tell you? It tells me that it's true, because it goes back to that old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I saw this photo come up on my Instagram this morning, and I had to show you. I've seen it before, but I don't know if you have, and this was taken back in the 11th of June, I think it was. Look at this. Imagine seeing this. What this would do to a person, just seeing it. You know, it's the simple things, isn't it? That just to look up and see that would be, to me, this would bring me comfort. Let me know down below how it would make you feel if this was you looking at this in the sky. And I wanted to show you this because a lot of things are happening in the world at the moment. A lot of scary things are happening, but don't have fear. Don't stress too much about what's happening in the world, because this world doesn't belong to us. Everything that is happening isn't unknown to God. God knows exactly what's happening, and God hasn't forgotten about us. And if you have faith, you know, just like Psalm 27 says, it says, fear not, be strong and wait for the Lord. And I really want to just encourage that to everyone, that if you have faith, don't lose hope and keep your eyes on the cross. All right? Despite everything that's happening in the world, all the scary things, it doesn't really matter. All right? I have crosses everywhere in my house here. It keeps me grounded, keeps me focused, all right? Because it's easy to get caught up in all this stuff that's happening, but in the grand plan, it doesn't matter. You know, aliens or demons or evil can't snatch us out of God's hands. you know, we've always said that the alien orbs go in and out of the ocean. Maybe they just go straight through the sea floor. This is why I wanted to show you this video, because the alien orbs have been going in and out of the ocean. Now, do they go in the ocean and just sit at the bottom, or do you think they could just go straight through the floor like this hole here? I mean, this guy needs to go, just go through there, or get a rock, stick a GoPro on it with a cable, and drop it down. That's what I would do. But I wonder where they're going in the ocean. Comment down below. Where do you think aliens are going in the ocean? Like UFOs and crafts. Do you think they have a base somewhere, or do you think they just go and float and just sit somewhere at the bottom of the ocean? You know? It's interesting, isn't it? Because they're going there for a reason. And I wonder where they go. So, do you think it could be where they're just going straight through the floor, or do you think they've got a base set up? Right? And for those who are looking at me now going, blimey, this guy's a bit of a tinfoil hat. You're right, I am. But thousands of videos and reports of people seeing UFOs come out of water. There's more UFO sightings in the ocean, out to sea, than there are on land. That's a fact. So, I wonder where they're going.
Okay, so it says, oh my god, look at, oh my, this is it. This is the orbs. I think this is the orbs. More recently, a colliding beam fusion reactor space propulsion system has been proposed in 2004, and it is shown right here. Although deuterium, tritium, and helium-3 deuterium reactions were also considered, it is an evolution of the ion ring concept. Neutral beams are injected to produce a current that sustains the configuration. So the neutral beams can sustain the configuration. The beams tend to thermalize, and this effect must be compensated by continuous injection, which requires non-negligible amount of recirculating power.
I wish I was in school when they were teaching us about UFOs. I would have actually paid attention then, because I'll tell you what, when I left school, I couldn't even count to 5, mate. I'm not kidding. I was just one of those kids that stared out the window, had the IQ of a carrot, couldn't count to 5, didn't know nothing. All right, I could count how many clouds were in the sky, and that was about it. See, I can't even speak properly, and I'm 30. So if they actually taught us about UFOs, I would have been top grade, top level of every class.
Hello, everybody. I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday.
Happy birthday,
so
honey.
I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys.
Y'all, I don't know about this Kai Cenat. I understand that he said he's going through some mental changes. As I watch this video, I'm just like, that's not the same Kai, fool. It looked like he was reading off a script. I'm gonna say it, mental health is nothing to be played with. So if his mental is really messed up, then I hope he pulled through that. It's tough, but y'all, listen to his whole video, and y'all let me know, do y'all think that's the Kai you accustomed to hearing? Not even because he's saying he's going through mental issues. It's just the way he's talking and everything. Everything just seemed a little off. And then I still go back to the Streamer University jump when he was outside, and he told people, God is king. He said, keep God first. And people was looking at him. He was like, no, I'm serious. Like, he had the little regret face, and he was just like, no, I'm serious. Keep God first. It just made me think, I know he's about to have one of the craziest moments next year. I'm just hoping he didn't give nothing up for that role. And if he did, that can factor into why his mental can be fucked up.
Yeah, like he said. And if you don't know who Kai Cenat is, he's one of the biggest streamers in the world. Is insanely rich, has millions of followers, you know, has everything a man could want. But he is acting a little strange at the moment. This is what's been sent to me. But yeah, you know, if he's got mental health, then yeah, I hope he figures that out. But it's really easy, and especially for me, you know, I'm also a content creator, is to get stuck in this loop. And I have a point to this that maybe can help you. Is we get caught in this loop like a hamster wheel of chasing the next high. You know, like a couple months ago, my dream was to get 10,000 views a video. And I'm not bragging at all, but my videos get like 20 to 30,000 now. And now I'm in my head, My brain's like, come on, we can chase it. Let's get 50. Let's get 50. But it's like, why? I'm happy with what I have now. But your brain, your ego will try and trick you. And I think a lot of these super successful streamers are always trying to chase that next high, you know? Got to get 100,000, got to get 1 million, got to get 10 million, got to get 100 million. You know, got to get this house, got to get a bigger one. And, you know, you just keep going and going and going and going. But it's like human nature. We're in that hamster wheel chasing that next high. And this is something that I never want to do. Even though I sometimes get caught up with, you know, trying to chase the next goal. But it's really trying to be present in what you've achieved and being like, do you know what? Life is good. Because you don't know how truly good something is until you lose it. And I want you to think about that for yourself as well. Where you are in your life. You know, how far you've come, the challenges you've overcame, and if your younger self could see where you're at now, you know. And that could be whether you're in a good place or a bad place. We're all on our journeys, but what matters is where we're going. And to be grateful for what we have, not to see what's around us, but to always keep looking ahead and being like, oh, I need to chase that. I need to chase the next goal. But look where you're at now. Look how good your life is now. You know, it's in our human nature to always want the next big thing, but not to realize and appreciate what we have now. And this is something I'm trying to do, you know, gratitude, to be more grateful. And like with this YouTube channel, I am so happy with this YouTube channel. I don't care about subscribers. You know, I'm making enough money to support myself. That is a blessing. Like, this is my dream. You know, I don't care about really getting. I wanted to do it where it would be enough to support me and my family. I'm not interested in like making as much money as possible, having as much subscribers as possible. If it stayed at the level it is at now, I'd be happy, you know. But I've taught myself that. But it's easy to get caught up in the wanting more and more and more, you know. But I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you can take some of my advice as well, just to look at your life and be like, life is good, especially this time of year. It's Christmas, so enjoy all your times with your family, you know, time to reflect on life. And if you're in a bad time right now, good times are coming. Just keep going, keep fighting, never give up. All right, never lower your shield. All right, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. See you then.